working.
Perfect. So we are now in Aphrodisias. This city is dedicated to goddess Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the goddess of beauty and art. The reason they call it Aphrodite is there's a school here, school of sculpture, because there's a lot of marble mining and onyx mining around this area, starting from 1st century BC up to 5th century AD for about 600 years. School of sculpture worked non-stop. Students from all around the world came to here to learn about sculpting, and they even took orders. For example, you see lots of sarcophagus behind you. From Constantinople, Istanbul, they ordered to have some sarcophagus for important people. They made it here and carried it all the way to Istanbul because it was very popular, and some of those findings are displayed in the garden as well, and we'll see lots more in the closed museum. You will see lots of mythological events also displayed. You can see stories about Achilles, Zeus, Apollo, Heracles, lots of stories we are going to see. And the city here, Aphrodisias, was first founded around 6th century BC, but again the earliest findings like pots, broken ceramics show us it even goes back about 5000 BC. And there's a geologist called Strabo. He's from Amasya, from Black Sea region. He's been here. Another Turkish traveler, Evliya Çelebi, he passed through here, and they say it's more or less 13th century BC. They saw like people living in this area, but the clear history for us starts here with 6th century BC. Around the 1st century BC, city became very rich because Roman Emperor Augustus, he said like, this city is under my security, nobody could touch the city. And because also these people were very loyal to Rome, and when Caesar was assassinated, the people who assassinated him wanted to hide in the city, and they didn't let it happen. Because of their loyalty, although they came and damaged the city, they still didn't hide them inside, and because of that, Romans show a lot of respect to these people as well. They, for example, in the past, people used to vote. You know, Romans had kingdom, republic, and empire period. So in the republic period, the votes of one person would be counted as 2 here, and they could strike their own coins in this city. Not every city has the right to strike their own coin. Here they have their own coins. We'll see some of those collection as well inside the museum. The same earthquakes unfortunately destructed this city a lot. Not only one, there was one in about 1780, another one in 60 AD. Around 200s, 300s, there were many earthquakes, and during the earthquakes some of the water pipes cracked and city was flooded several times. Still some parts, it's not dried up yet, you're going to see, still some parts is flooded inside the city. Because city grew a lot, especially with the support of Zoilos. Zoilos is one of the foremost citizens here. He spent about 20 years, so 30 years of his life outside of this place. He was poor, then he became a rich man. He came back to the city, and he helped for the construction of the theater, stadium. Because of that, city also developed very fast. Around 2nd century, most of the things we will see here will be from 2nd and 3rd century. It's because the earlier settlements, buildings collapsed in the earthquake around 2nd and 3rd century. They rebuilt everything, but after the last earthquake, they started to move out of this place because that time also Rome was split in two, and as Christianity was accepted, goddess Aphrodite started to lose her importance. The temple here was so important for pagans, but later on it lost its importance as well. People started to migrate from here to Geire, which in the ancient times called as Cairo. This city was the capital city of Cairo region. We were in Lydia region yesterday, Lydia, L-Y-D-A. Today we are in Caria, K-A-R-I-A, and this was the capital city of that. And now, around 7th century also Arabs attacked here. Around 12th century, Seljuk Turks. Turks used to live in the north of China. They moved from there all the way to Anatolia, starting in 7th century AD, but the biggest migration was in the 11th century, 1000 years ago. And and around 12th century they reached here. That time still some people were living in this ancient city, but most of them were already in the Geire village, which is just a few miles away from here. And city's name after Christianity was accepted changed to Stravpolis. The name of Aphrodisias is not the first name of the city. It was called as Ninoa. It was called as Megapolis, which means like a huge city. It was called as Aphrodisias because of the importance of Aphrodite. Later on, Stravpolis means city of Holy Cross. And after 12th and 13th century, city was completely abandoned. So first we are going to start with the museum behind us. We'll see some statues, sarcophagus, some little perfume bottles, coins from Ottoman era, Byzantine era, Roman era. And then after we visit the museum, because this was a school of sculpture, there are many beautiful marble work, then we are going to start seeing the buildings in the city, like theater, Roman baths. This has the biggest stadium. It's got about 30,000 people capacity.
Wow.
It was for the horse chariot races and some other races. We're going to see it. Maybe that's the most amazing part of this city, we can say. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.